What's going on? How are you doing tonight? So, hey, I wanted to hop on here and say what's up to all of my friends and talk to you about the one thing that we all have 100% control over. 100% control. We all have it. You have it. I have it. And everybody you know has control over this one thing. I see Dale Childress Jr. in the house. Steph. What's going on, Steph? Corey Calvin is in the house. What's going on, Corey? Jose, of course you shared it, dude, because you rock, man. Thank you. I appreciate that. So look, I literally, I have the gift of being able to talk to a lot of amazing people every single day. The weather, no, definitely can't control the weather. I wish we could control the weather. It's literally 65 degrees in Ohio in the middle of August right now. And I think it only got to 71 today. Like, what? It's August. Greg Crane is in the house. How you doing up in Canada, eh? Robert Kite, thank you, brother. I appreciate that. Maria, hi from Brazil. How are you? How's Brazil? So, I wanted to come on and talk about the last two modules. The bonus weeks. Thank you, dude. Thank you. I appreciate that. Are you talking about the bonus weeks or the last two modules? I'm not sure what that meant exactly, but thank you. I appreciate that. Wait until you see what I've got coming that I'm going to drop in that platform here soon. And if you're already a member of the course, you get access to it. Once I drop these modules in the course, the price goes up. There will be no more discounts because what I'm getting ready to drop into the platform, along with everything else that's in there, can literally change your business forever. Forever. Honestly. Oh, the ones I just added. Oh, yes. About changing the Facebook stuff. Yep. I remember. Thank you, dude. I appreciate that. Yeah, if you're not already a member in there, the price goes up and you're going to pay a higher price eventually because you are going to want it. What I'm getting ready to add is video email marketing and some unbelievably cool tools that you can use for video texting. And it's so inexpensive to use this tool. If you want to sign up for it now, go to www.gethippovideo.com. Get Hippo Video, www.gethippovideo.com. And trust me, you will thank me once you go through the training on how to use Get Hippo Video. You're going to thank me because it is freaking awesome what you can do with it. Mind-blowing awesome. And I just figured some of this stuff out. Jeffrey Gitomer told me about it. He talks about Hippo Video all the time. I got into it. I've owned it for a month and a half or more. I get into it and I played around with it and I'm like, you know what? I'll get to it. I'm busy. I'll learn this. Well, this past Sunday morning, I made the decision. I am getting into Hippo Video because I had a feeling it did this one particular thing that I'm going to do the training on. And holy crap, I figured it out. And it's actually easy to do. And I figured it out. And I literally texted Jeffrey Gitomer. I said, dude, you got to take my call. I need to show you something right now. You're not going to believe this. And he took my call. I said, all right, are you at your computer? He said, I have my laptop. I said, I'm sending you a link. I want you to check this out. He checks it out and he goes, "Oh, wow." I said, "Yeah, dude, look at that." He goes, "Wow." So I'm telling you, this is advanced stuff in video technology that get Hippo. If you sell anything, I don't care what it is, you want to get Hippo Video. Now, I'm going to do some advanced training in my platform. So and besides the Hippo Video thing, you're going to learn how to create a podcast, put it out across all these platforms. You're going to learn how to do YouTube SEO. You're going to learn how to live stream properly. You're going to learn what equipment to use, how to get people to share. By the way, have you shared this out? Because I'm telling you, I'm going to drop some value here in a second. I'm just getting warmed up. So look, share this out. I appreciate anybody that already has. I've seen a bunch of people pop up. I know, Steph, you shared it out. Thank you for that. You rock. I know Jose shared it out. Weldon, I think, shared it out. And if he didn't, I know he will now. And there's Charles Coachman. Charles Coachman doesn't even come near one of my live streams without sharing it out. So here's the thing. The one thing that we all have control over is this, and it's not the weather. That was a nice guess, Corey Calvin, but it's not the weather. The one thing we all have control over is our attitude. I am telling you, there is nothing more important in the world than having the right attitude. Nothing. And Weldon just shared it out. I guilted him into sharing it out. See that? Thank you, Weldon. I appreciate it. And the numbers just skyrocketed since you shared it out. So thank you. So look, Mike Phillips is in the house. I love this dude right here. So here's the thing. There are people, and I'm one of them. I am one of these people, okay? There are people, now I used to be, let me say that. Let me retract. I am one of them. I used to be one of them. There are people that would complain if they hit the lottery. There are people that are looking for reasons to be upset. There are people that are looking for any reason in the world that they can be disappointed in what's going on in the news and what's going on in the world and what's going on with this and what's going on with that. They're looking for reasons to be upset. There's scientific evidence that the human brain can recall negatives much faster than they can recall positive things in their life. Most people can recall negative situations and events way faster than they can recall positive events. Until you start programming your mind, until you start really working on programming your mind to look for the good in everything. I know, look, none of us have to go to a news channel. Not one of us has to go to a news channel to have a sudden realization that there's bad stuff happening in the world. We know that. It's everywhere. It's on social media. It's everywhere. There is a bunch of bad stuff happening everywhere. Now, I'm not saying bury your head in the sand and ignore it. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying you get to control your attitude. You get to control your attitude and your environment. You do. I know you've made mistakes. We all make mistakes. So many people live in that, the mistakes of the past. Well, I screwed up. I had a job over here and I got fired. I've been fired. I've been fired more than once, way more than once. I've quit a lot of times just before they were getting ready to fire me. I've made mistakes in business. I've made mistakes in everything, in relationships, in friendships, and everything. That doesn't mean that I'm going to have a bad attitude about it. I'm not going to have a bad attitude about it. What can I do about it? Well, I can do everything in my power to right my wrongs. I can do everything in my power to adjust my sails and get on the right path and make up for the mistakes I've made. And you may feel like, oh, there's no way, they're too big, they're enormous. I promise you, you can make up for the mistakes that you've made. I have been there. I'm telling you, I have been there. As many of you know, I'm a recovered alcoholic. If I make it until Monday, this coming Monday, on Monday, I will celebrate 18 years of sobriety, which is mind-blowing to me. It's mind-blowing. It's such a gift. It was a gift given to me that I worked my butt off to keep. And I'm so grateful for it. But prior to getting sober, and even along the way of being sober, I've made many horrific mistakes. And I lived in those mistakes. I played those records, I'll call them CDs, MP3 files, you might refer to them as today. But I played them over and over and over, the negatives, over and over and over and over, until I just was walking around in this incredibly negative place all the time. All the time. I was negative about everything. And maybe not even outwardly negative. Maybe not outwardly negative. Debbie, congratulations to you. That's awesome. It's one day at a time. It's one day at a time, but congratulations to you. That's amazing. And thank you. I say thank you, Steph. Thank you, Jose. Seriously. Thank you, Weldon. Thank you, Debbie. Thank you, everybody. But it's a gift that I was given, and I've taken it one day at a time for 18 years. I can't even believe, because I look, let me tell you how negative I was. I sat in a meeting. I wasn't even 60 days sober yet. Wasn't even 60 days sober. And I sat in this meeting. I watched a guy get up and get a chip, a sobriety coin for 12 years. I sat there and I said, I almost said it out loud, but I said to myself, he's lying and he knows it. There is no way that dude has gone 12 years without a freaking drink. He's lying. I know he is. See, I didn't want to see the positive in the room. I didn't want to see the positive in anything. I wanted everybody to feel as negative about life as I did. Not on purpose, not intentionally. It's never an intentional thing. It's an unconscious thing. When you're miserable in your own existence, well, you want everybody around you to be miserable. You want everybody around you to be miserable. How many of you, hey, Sherry Hayes, how are you? How many of you, drop a 1 in the comments if you know anybody personally that it seems like their sole purpose in life is to make everybody else unhappy. Drop a 1 in the comments if you know anyone like that. Go ahead, just drop a 1. Drop a 1 if you know anyone like that. I see Dave Frampton is watching. What's up, Dave? Drop a 1 in the comments if you know anyone that it appears that their sole purpose on this planet is to make sure other people are not happy. Nobody? Oh, there, Sandy Archer. Sandy knows somebody. There they come. There they come. Charles Weldon, Pamela Aubrey. What is going on? Debbie. Right. Steph. Exactly. Exactly. Everybody knows somebody that's that miserable, that they're only happy when they're making everybody else unhappy. They're only happy when they're making everybody else unhappy. There are a lot of people like that in this world. And you know what I do with those people? Peace out. I'm out of here. I'm not doing it with you. We're not going to do this dance. I'm not doing that dance. No way. Not happening. Why? Because I did it myself for 34 years. 34 years. It seems like it's a personal mission for some people. It's a personal mission for some people to make other people miserable. And that absolutely stinks. So what do you do with those people? Well, if it's somebody really close to you that you really, you love, you really want to have a relationship or a whatever, whether it's a romantic relationship or it's, familial or whatever it is, well, then first step is you confront them and you say, look, I don't like your behavior. I'm not tolerating your behavior. And if your behavior can't change, then the status of our relationship will change. You can't threaten me with that. This isn't about threats. Okay. This isn't about threats. I'm telling you that I love you. I don't like the behavior. I don't like your negativity. Give them a couple of examples and say, if you can't change your behavior, it's okay. You can live like that. I choose not to. So I'm out of here. That's it. It's up to you now. If you want to be with me, if you want to be in my presence, you want me to be in your presence, you want to have this relationship, again, whether it's family, geez, I can't even get the word out, or a romantic relationship, whatever it is, if we can't be on the same page because life is difficult enough. It's difficult enough. I don't need your negativity. I don't need that. Nobody needs that. And they can be sneaky too. These people can be really, really, really sneaky and very passive aggressive. And you got to be aware of that. You got to be in tune with that. And you have to walk away from that because there is one thing that you have control over, and that is your attitude. It's your attitude, man. If your attitude is really, really bad, it's really, really low, take a look in the mirror, work on you, and then also look around you in your immediate circle and see if you have any floaters out there that are trying to bring you down to their level of how they feel about themselves and their life. And if you notice one of them, this isn't a stone throwing contest at that moment. Step back, document it, the incidents, and then confront it. And after you've confronted it, if it doesn't change, then you only have one option, unless you just intend to be miserable for the rest of your life. Charles says, I've had a boss that loved to belittle people every time he opened his mouth. Dude, I know somebody like that I used to work with that is the biggest POS on the planet. That's all this person lives for, is belittling other people. And here's the thing. I get it. I understand why he does it. I get it. I understand why this person does it, and it has nothing to do with me. Has nothing to do with you. Nothing. It's them and their insecurities and their need to feel more secure about their pathetic existence, whatever it is. But you can't be around it. You literally have to disconnect from it. Samuel says, floaters. Are you calling them pieces of, hey man, if the shoe fits, you know what they say. Drama, no part of negative, don't have time, I'm too busy for it. Boom, that's what I'm talking about, Sherry. Keep my circle small and tight. There you go. Well, and remember, though, that you've got to expand, to grow any business or any career, you have to expand your circle. You have to expand your vision. You have to expand who you're around. But you keep your inner circle tight, and you have those people watching your outer circles, and then make sure that you have processes in place to measure and track what's going on, because you could get somebody out on the third layer of your circle that's trying to get in and cause harm to you. And again, I don't believe that people are intentionally doing it. I don't believe that there's very few people on this planet who are intentionally out to cause you harm. Very few. Remember, there's 7.5 billion people on planet Earth. It's a very small percentage of people that are actually consciously aware of their intent to cause harm. Very few people. But you've got to watch for the ones that are sneaky, that are coming dressed as they're a wolf in sheep's clothing. You got to watch those people that are out here. I've had people in my organization working for me that were cancers, and I didn't even know it. They were infecting other people, and I didn't even know it. I was like, what? Like having somebody come in and all of a sudden they got an attitude problem, like a serious attitude problem. And you're like, what's up with the attitude? What was that? And then you got to look around when you see signs like that, when you see that other people suddenly are behaving differently towards you. Well, then you have to look at your inner circle. Look at yourself first, then look at your inner circle and see who's infecting your group. I'm telling you, man, pay attention to this stuff. But the most important thing that you need to pay attention to is your attitude. I wrote about this in my book. I've been homeless 4 different times without a home, no place of my own to call home. I've slept in my car. I've never slept on the streets, not yet, thank God. By the grace of God, I've not had to sleep on the streets. But I've slept in my car with nowhere to go. I've had to crash on friends' couches. I've had to crash at friends' houses. That's homeless. That's being under somebody else's roof that you don't have any freedom. I've been there. And so here's the thing. The only way that I was able to change that status, the only way I've ever been able to change when I was broke and I couldn't figure out how to pay my bills, or the only way I could figure out how to do anything, was the very first step was changing my attitude. And how do I do that? The very first thing I do is I start writing down my goals, and I write down some lofty goals, and I write down some realistic goals, and I write down goals I want to achieve right now. I write down targets for that particular day. What target am I going to hit? Do I want to go out and make $1,500? Do I want to make 5,000? Do I want to make 1,000? What is it that I want? What's the target for the day? And then I do everything in my power to make sure I hit that target for that day. I write down my gratitude list. I write down all the things I'm grateful for. If you have a bad attitude, one of the best things you can do is get a piece of paper out and write down the things in your life that you're grateful for. And you may say, I'm not grateful for anything in my life right now. And I can tell you this: if you can see, if you can taste, you can smell, you can talk, you can walk, you have food, you have running water, you have shoes, you have clothes, you have the ability to effectively communicate with other human beings, you have something to be grateful for. And then I'll write down some I am statements, some positive affirmations, and I'll take those positive affirmations and I'll look in the mirror and I'll read out loud. I'll say them out loud, looking at myself in the mirror. I am capable. I am strong. I am successful. I go through these things. I do this over and over and over and over until I feel it in every cell of my body. And then the attitude starts to shift. And when your attitude is positive, when your attitude is right, when your attitude is happy, when your attitude is bringing a lot of positive energy in everything that you do, everything that you touch, everything you do, you feel the grace of God working in your life. Everything you do, you feel that presence. You feel that energy. You know that you're blessed and you receive it. And when you receive it, that means you're able to go give it. And when you can give it to other people, you become even more blessed and your cup will runneth over. So you've got to start with your attitude. I don't care what's going on around you. You want a book that'll change your life? Here's a book that will change your life. And I know there's people watching. Guarantee you Samuel Sneed has read this book. Probably Sandy Archer. Weldon, probably. Several of you have heard of this book and have probably read it. And it's called Man's Search for Meaning by Viktor Frankl. Viktor Frankl was a prisoner in the Auschwitz death camp, and he watched his entire family be murdered in the death camp. And I'm going to explain a little bit about the book, but I want you to read this book, Man's Search for Meaning, because he finally realized that the German soldiers could take everything from him, everything, complete control over his life, except for one thing. And that is that he realized they could not have control over his mind. If he did not, it's Viktor, Viktor, Viktor Frankl, Frnkel. Man's Search for Meaning. Absolutely life-changing book. When you read that book, you realize that, man, you've got so much power. You have more power than you've ever given yourself credit for. And I'm not saying, there's people who are like, well, the Bible says don't be arrogant and don't be, dude, God wants you to be confident. God wants you to realize that God is with you at all times. I mean, if God's with you at all times, how can you be weak? It doesn't make sense. If God, everybody talks about God and Jesus, and if God is with you all the time, how is it possible for you to be weak? It's not. If you really truly understood the power that is with you at all times, you would never feel weak. There would be no reason to ever feel weak. You got to tap into that. And I'm not breaking religious on anybody. I'm just telling you like it is. If the creator of the entire universe, everything, who created you and me, and the Bible says in his image, there's no reason to be weak. There's no reason to have a bad attitude. You can have a bad moment, but then when that moment, if you allow that moment, did I just see Jeremy Minor in here? Holy moly. What's up, Jeremy Minor? You can have that bad moment, but you can't allow it to continue. It will destroy your life. And that's not what God's got in mind for you. I promise you, that is not what he had in mind. Sandy says, yes, he is your strength. Charles says, God gave you the mind to put to work. Amen to that. Samuel says, don't believe it and your energy drops. Few believe. He meant few. Few believe. Weldon says, it's not. God gives me confidence and power. Go create yourself. That's the game. That is the game, is to create yourself. We have been given free will. We've been given that. That's a gift. Free will again, I'll go back to what I was saying a minute ago. There's plenty of people on this planet that they live to be negative. They live to drive other people down. They live to make other people feel less than them. And you got to disconnect from those people. You got to get away from those people. Get them out of your life. Get away from those people. Well, but we all live in the same apartment together and I just can't leave. And I understand that there are circumstances where you cannot immediately leave, but here's what you can do. You can immediately get a piece of paper out and you can start making a plan, and you can plan to get out and get away from that. You can make your plan. You can write the steps out. You can get the education that you need that's necessary to get you to the next level. You can buy courses. You can buy books. You can read books. I just mentioned the best book probably ever written on planet Earth when it comes to having the right attitude. That's one of the best, is Man's Search for Meaning by Viktor Frankl. And I guarantee you, if 80% of the people watching this on the live stream or the replay, if you've not read the book already, there will only be 1 or 2% that actually go get the book and read it. Why? Why is that? Well, if I knew the answer to that and I could figure that out, I would probably be the wealthiest man on planet Earth. And I'm not yet. Why? Why not? The answers are there. The answers are in that book. The answers are in these courses you can get. Jeremy Miner has an amazing sales course. Get his course. I have this amazing course learning how to live stream, learning how to do video marketing and email marketing and all of this stuff. And why not go get it? John Piper's in the house. Holy moly. Uncle Ken, always on the late night live. Move over, Johnny Carson and New King. I love that, man. I love that. Weldon says, the biggest change in my life came when I realized that I'm capable of so much more than I'm doing. Amen. And John, I saw your comment. I was literally getting ready to say the same exact thing. If you've not read How to Win Friends and Influence People, and you own a business or you have a sales career, you need to stop everything, shut down your company, and go get that book, and do not reopen the doors until you've read that book at least once. You should read it 2 or 3 times, and then go reopen and get ready to rock and roll. You've got to learn how to win friends and influence people. You've got to read that book. It's an amazing book. Maria says, of course, that sometimes is not easy. It's necessary to be strong enough to have the right attitude. Well, I agree with that. But look, the strongest person on planet Earth, if they're around negative people long enough, would eventually cave into that negativity, and they would start vibrating at the same level as that negative person. The Mother Teresa wouldn't be able to handle it forever. So I agree that there is a period, but you've got to take the steps right now to start working on you and come up with an exit strategy. But here's what's interesting. Oftentimes, when you raise your energy, you raise your attitude, you start vibrating at a higher level, the people around you automatically will do the same thing via osmosis. That's it right there, Charles. Thank you very much. The Grow Live Academy. I'm getting ready to add some advanced training for Hippo Video. It's going to be awesome. Go to gethippovideo.com. Hippo Video does some stuff that's mind-blowing, and unbelievably cool. Megan Watson is in the house. Hey, how in the world are you? Thank you, Megan. You're awesome. Weldon says, and take the Dale Carnegie course. Amen. It's life-changing. I never have taken it, but I need to take that. Megan says, it's like a leaky boat floating in the lake. It is. Brian says, going through near-death experiences put life and how precious it is into perspective. Wow, dude, you've been through a near-death experience. I would love to talk to you and hear more about that. In fact, I'd love for you to come on my show and talk about that if you're ever open to it, Brian. I'd love to have you as a guest. So hit me up in a message and let's figure that out. Doug Wing, the great Doug Wing of the Little Giant Ladder Company. His father invented the Little Giant Ladder, and Doug is an amazing human being. Doug will be on my show later this month, I think the 18th. And I cannot wait to have Doug on the show. Larry Schneider, hey, how in the world are you doing? So like I said, there is one thing that we all have 100% control over. Even when we feel like we don't have control over it, we do. And that is our attitude. That's our attitude. We have control over our attitude. Who wants to see? Drop a 2 in the comments if you would like a sneak peek at what's inside of my training platform. Those of you that are already in the training platform, you know what's in there. But if you don't know and you haven't seen it and you would like to see it, drop the number 2 in there and I will share my screen and I will show you. If you don't want to see it, okay, I get it. So look, control your attitude. Attitude will take you to different levels in life that you never even knew were possible. Once you, and it's a process. It's literally a process. It's not an event. There's some 2s dropping in there. Okay. Wow. Okay. I'll show you. Everybody's curious. Let me show you. It's the attitude change is a process, big time process. Here we go. Let me go full screen here and let me get rid of that banner for a minute. And I'll walk you through this. Move this over here. And so we have the welcome module. Module 1 is about confidence and branding. So I go through and talk about confidence and branding. I talk about creating a fan page, the benefits of a fan page, how to get people to share on your live streams, the number 1 way to get more engagement on live streams and social media posts. Let's see, module 2, content development and growing your followers, content development, how to talk and engage with people on a live stream, how to use comments to grow your fan base, how giving will get you more business. This is, I show in here and I go through exactly how I won a trip on Grant Cardone's private jet. I go through the whole thing. I actually show the little video clip of me winning that live on one of Grant's webinars. How to deal with judgment from haters, engaging with haters and when to do it. A StreamYard Pro title trick that I didn't even use on this one. Yeah, I didn't even use that. There's so much content in here. Equipment to use, what equipment to use, promoting and using your live streams, using different apps. I teach some very advanced stuff on how to use apps, advanced StreamYard stuff, Instagram Live, YouTube and YouTube Live, Facebook Live Boost and how to go in and do a boost and Facebook ads in there, editing a video after live stream has ended. That's brand new. I just put that in there the other day. I add content all the time. Look, it says 82 lessons in here. This originally started as a 36 video course. That's what this was going to be. 6 weeks with 6 videos per course. And it's become much, much, much more than that. Way more than 36 videos. And I'm adding a whole new section on video email marketing and text message marketing that's going to blow everybody away. It's amazing. Developing your pillar content. What is pillar content? More on pillar content. Posting for the platform. Bonus Instagram stories creativity. Live stream titles. How to make your brand stand out. Adding value to your live streams and your social media. Where am I here? Bonus week 1. Here we go. This is the first bonus week. Fear of live streaming and social media and how to overcome that. TikTok for business. TikTok green screen effects. Cool tip for getting more YouTube subscribers. Instagram stories. Flipping the camera on your Facebook lives from your phone so the text and stuff is not reversed and all wonky. That's bonus week 1. Bonus week 2. How to create a show and create a podcast and doing it through all of the platforms. I'm telling you, it's advanced. Really, this is some really deep training I did here. This is huge here. So YouTube SEO is massive, massive, massive. And I teach all of that in here. How to rank a video, how to do the thumbnail images, enhancing the thumbnail image before uploading to YouTube and everything you need to do there, uploading to YouTube, final thoughts, how it all ties together, how to work with TubeBuddy and how that all works, and YouTube channel art links tip. I have all kinds of stuff and how to improve your YouTube channel. And then I also have a PDF vault in here. Here very, very soon, this week, might be this weekend before I have it all done. But this, here in the next few days, let me just say that I'm working on the curriculum right now, but I'm putting together video email marketing and video text marketing using Hippo Video. So make sure you go over to Get Hippo Video. Their basic package is only $17 a month. And I mean, it is a powerful, unbelievably powerful sales tool. And I'm going to teach some really advanced stuff on how to use Get Hippo Video. It will be incredible. So once I add the Hippo Video stuff, it's going to be in the next few days. I'm shooting for by the end of the weekend. What's up, Amin? What's happening, brother? So I am raising the price. Right now, I'm offering it for $300 off. It's $697. If you click the blue button on the growliveacademy.com, you can get it for $697. That is lifetime access. And every time I add new stuff to it, I'm not charging more. I'm not charging more. Once you're a member for life, and you have access to my private Facebook group. So there you go. That's everything that's in there now. There's a peek at what's coming, and you can ask anybody on this stream that's already in the course. When I say I'm going to do something, I always deliver. I over-deliver, and I'm going to over-deliver on this course. It will change your life if you go in there. Now, here's the other part. There are people that are in there that bought the course, or at least said they were. Well, there are people that bought the course that are in there that have never even logged in, or they logged in and watched a few videos and didn't keep going, because I understand life gets in the way. I understand we get busy. I get it. But man, there's so much value in there that will help anybody. I'm telling you. So check it out. Go over to gethippovideo.com and get that. Brian says, it would be my honor to share on your show. Thank you for your generosity to be vulnerable and transparent. Dude, I'd love to have you on my show. I'd love to hear your story about your near-death experiences. So look, thank you to everybody. Robert says he does have Hippo Video. That's awesome, dude. So thank you to everybody. If you have any questions, drop them in the chat right now. If you have any questions for me that I can answer, I want you to remember that Kajabi is very good at letting you see their progress. Yes, they are. I want you to remember, take away from this video, that the number one thing when you wake up tomorrow morning, or if it's already tomorrow morning when you see this, the number one thing that you have 100% control over is your attitude. If you work on having a great attitude in everything that you do, everything you approach, I'm telling you, your life will turn into a magical journey. Charles bought it. Charles says on week 8 of this 6-week program, right? It was a 6-week program. Jennifer Gittimer, Jeffrey's wife, is the one that told me to make it. 6 videos for 6 weeks, 36 videos in total. Make it a 6-week course for $997. Excuse me. So I did. And I am telling you, 30. What is 82? There's 82 in there. By the time I'm done with the Hippo video training stuff, there'll probably be, let's see, 82, 8. There'll be 88 or 90 videos in there when I get finished with that. And I'm telling you, the price is going up. I haven't decided yet. I'm debating between $12.97 and $15.97 is what the price is going to be. And here's the thing, people will pay it. I know it. So if you want to get in now, it's $697. Go to growliveacademy.com. Charles posted the link earlier, growliveacademy.com. Let me see if I have that in a banner anywhere. Growliveacademy.com. I'll make it scroll across the bottom of the page. And there it is. Go to growliveacademy.com. Get it while it's $697. That's lifetime access. That's access to the private Facebook community where everybody that says they're in there, anybody commenting that says they're part of this community, they're also in the Grow Live Facebook group as well. So listen, go check it out. I'm telling you, you will the thing with Hippo video is going to blow you away. Like that right there, it will blow you away what you can do with Hippo video. And I'm going to teach that in there. Now you might say, well, I can go get Hippo video and figure it out on my own. Absolutely do that. Go to gethippovideo.com and figure it out on your own. But I'm going to give you some marketing techniques and tips that you won't be able to figure out on your own. And if you are able to figure it out, good for you, man. That's awesome. But most people will not think about how to use it the way I'm teaching in here. So anyway, listen, I appreciate you all. I love you all. I am so grateful for each and every one of you that shared this out. I mean, I am beyond grateful. Remember, you are in control of one thing in your life. Definitely this one thing. And that's your attitude. That is your attitude. You're in control of it. So have a good attitude. Make it a great evening. Make it a great day. Make it a great morning. Make it a great week. Tomorrow is Friday here in Ohio. And I'm going to have the best Friday I've ever had in my life. And I hope you do the same. Have a great night. I'll see you guys later.